Myles, Rick was just saying you were kind of fighting through back stuff, all game. Just what, I guess how disappointing is it to have that come up in a game like that, and how much do you feel like it held you back?
Yeah, I mean, we played, 100 games this year. This is the healthiest season I've had ever. And I think I played 95 of those 100 games, and it's just unfortunate that, like, the very last game of the season, you put in all the work in your body and it just kind of turns on you a bit, Started a bit last game, just had a couple back spasms here and there, was able to get it worked out, and it was just never really the thing. I had a lot of trouble kind of like bending and trying to guard and just move around the floor, and I wasn't going to sit out. I told everybody that, I was to give it everything I had, and then, if it wasn't enough, then sub me out. But, I tried to do everything I could, and, it's unfortunate. Like I said, it's a closeout game, and I just wasn't 100%. But there's no excuses in this league. Nobody feels sorry for us, so you just got to keep moving.
Reachville, start with you, Myles. This year to have, role stability, be on a team that made it as far as any Pacers team you've been on has. What did this all mean to you this year?
I was actually just telling him, man, this has been an incredible journey for me. This is the first time I've been out the first round in my entire life. History's all there. If I go back to high school when I was at U.S. Trinity, I didn't get out the first round in there. Everybody here obviously knows when I was at Texas, we lost to Butler in the first round. And, my first few years of my career, a couple game sevens, couple sweeps. So, it took me 28 years of my life to, finally get to this point. Not going to be more proud of just the progression, but I just know that I have a long way to go. So I waited a long time just to get to this point, and, just want to keep building.
Ben, for you, going back even 1 year ago, could you have imagined being in a rotation for a playoff team and as a rookie and have the year that you had?
I can't. It's been a lot of learning, growing, staying ready. I think my rookie year's been a lot, just going from not playing to starting in the Eastern Conference Finals. But, it's been a great year, a lot to be proud of, and excited for the future. So
He gonna be modest. He a legend, man. Ain't no rookie starting in the Eastern Conference Finals. So that's unheard of. Look at that.
Myles, I guess just for you, just what was it like kind of watching Ty work through this postseason? Obviously, he missed the last 2 games, but, those first 15 games, kind of seeing those new experiences and new problems and trying to solve them.
Ty never got rattled, man. He's someone who he cares about the game so much, and you can see it on his face, whether it's a good game or a bad game, you know what I mean? And I think that whatever teams threw at him, he found a way. It's his credit to him and his team. He found a way to continue, to keep making different reads, getting us open and keeping himself involved and still making big shots. So I was very proud of his progression. He also played through injury as well. That first Milwaukee series, he could have very said, "Oh, my back hurts," and, didn't play. But he fought through that, and, his leadership right there, man. And it's I think it's incredible that that your star player can see every single defense and still find a way to be effective. It doesn't really rattle him.
Myles, they're obviously a very experienced team, been through these games, and you guys haven't. Does that explain maybe what happened in 3 of these games that you kind of had your hands on them and it didn't work out? Is that just an experience thing, or can you put your finger on anything else?
That's what the playoffs is about, right? It's just a possession game. I think we did show our lack of maturity at times, but I don't have just a straight answer for you. You know what I mean? It's still very fresh for all of us. Very frustrating. To have all these games, kind of in your grasp and be able to, just let it slip through, at the end. So it's tough. Like I said, very, very fresh emotions. So I can't really give you just a straight answer.
Myles, obviously this wasn't the outcome you wanted, but to be going into year 10 here, what does it mean to you to be the constant through all the change, through all the trade rumors, and then to end up, Eastern Conference Finals with the chance to obviously build on that?
I can go on and on with that question, but just to keep it concise, I just kind of remember coming in Shep's shoes, just coming in and just not knowing what to expect and just knowing that I was laid all out there and just whatever happens, happens. And it's a rarity that, one player, is with the organization as long as I've been. So I definitely don't take it for granted. I have a lot of love for the city. I try to express it, as much as I can. To be frank, I have battled a lot of bullshit since I've been here. Honestly, it's been, just battling sometimes with non-believers, having to deal with all the trade rumors, having, another big man signed right in front of my eyes. Like, you can name it. I've been through a lot of stuff here, but it never deterred my professionalism and my path because I was brought here for a reason. And no matter what was thrown in front of me, I'm going to continue to be the consummate professional and the man that I am. It's very easy to be like, this happened, so I'm going to give up, or they gave up on me, so I'm going to give up on them. That's not my MO. It's a job at the end of the day. And it's a dog-eat-dog world, too. So, I show up and I do my job, and, I just get better and better and better and better every year. And, I'm definitely, I don't give myself a lot of credit, but I'm definitely proud of myself for that. It's just a progression, I've got my body where it needs to be. I got my diet where it needs to be. I've gotten my circle where it needs to be, just in my personal life, and I just rededicated myself to my craft and, shown over the past couple of seasons, and it's only onwards and upwards from here.
Myles, what's the biggest thing a young team can take away from a series like this and a playoff run like this and take that momentum into next season?
It's not going to get any easier. We introduced a style of play this year that people haven't seen in a long time, and a lot of people wanted to try to mimic, but the way this front office put this team together and orchestrated everything that we have here was obviously masterful. And now we have to see how we get better. We have one of the best offenses in history. Now we have to go do it again. So things are very fresh, like I said, emotion-wise. So I don't want to get into and delve into everything there, but guys like him are going to have a big summer. He has to continue to build off of this and continue to carve his niche out next year. You got guys like Jarris Walker, who was able to kind of sit back and watch. Your Jalen Smiths, your Isaiah Jacksons, guys that stayed ready. Obviously Andrew Nembhard had an incredible, postseason as well. So all your young guys just have to stay ready and have an incredible summer, going into next year.